Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a shorter video because I'm on my break, but there has been some new updates with everything that's going on. So I want to go over some very important points. Things are changing very quickly. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's also not medical advice because I'm not a medical professional. So here's the problem with them pivoting and with every other country pivoting also. So it looks like England has just dropped the mandates. Johnson said that none of the so-called Plan B measures would remain in England, as face masks would not be legally enforced anywhere. Health passes would not be mandatory, and advice to work from home would end. So that's what just happened. Now, I want to talk about the blowback from everything that's been going on, because you can't push for authoritarianism and then retreat halfway. If you're going to do this, you have to go all the way. And we're seeing a pretty serious retreat right now happening. And so I want to go over this article that is from The Week, who is not a right-leaning media source. So this is coming from the left side of the aisle, which is, well, I'm going to play into something I'm going to go over here in a second. America is not, this came out yesterday or the day before, America is not ready for the blowback to health mandates. The left used to warn about unintended consequences in foreign policy. Maybe it's time to remember those warnings. I can't go over the whole article, but you get the gist of the article just by the headline, and they just kind of list out, all the problems with doing this after all this is over, what type of results that can have, and the blowback that's going to come from it. This is from a left-leaning media source for the last time. Now, here's the issue. If you're going to push for authoritarianism, I think it's a fair statement to make that people all around the world have seen an authoritarian push in their country, whether it be through censorship, through mandates, through restricting rights, through closing down businesses, destroying the economy, all these other things. You need to have the media, the military, private corporations, and politicians all on the same page. Now, it doesn't have to be 100%, but it probably needs to be 90+%. You really do need to have the media in lockstep. They can't pivot. They can't move away from the narrative. They just have to continue to just reiterate the same thing over and over and over again. You need to have the military in lockstep with you. You need to have most all private corporations, 90+%, because if you don't, there's a break in the dam. That's why I did my video a month ago saying there's a break in the dam, and we're seeing the dam just get completely blown up at this point in time. And you really do need to have the majority of politicians on the same page. You can't have a 50-50 split. Okay, you need to have a unified front if you're going to implement authoritarianism. And if you're going to try to do it, you better be successful, because if you have to retreat, the blowback per The Week, this is not me saying it, right? America is not ready for the blowback to health mandates. So let's just go over this really quick. You need to have certain things in place. You need to have the media in lockstep, 90+%. Private corporations, 90+%. Nearly complete control over the politicians. You need to have the military in lockstep. You have to be able to silence all dissent. Conversations like this can't even be taking place. So you need to have the ability to silence all dissent. You can't let things gain momentum. And we're seeing an unprecedented level of momentum building right now. You have to go all the way. It's not one of those things where it's just like one policy that you want to try out, and if it fails, then it's okay, like we all go back to normal. You can't just destroy everybody's life, destroy the country, destroy the economy, ruin so many people's businesses. So many people have gone bankrupt. I mean, just the list goes on and on and on and on. All the different health things that have come out of this, the deteriorating condition of people's own personal health and their mental health, and that of their family as well. So you can't do all these things, destroy everybody's life, and then have to retreat and say, oops, all right, sorry, guys. I know we kind of messed a few things up. I know we implemented some policies that didn't make any sense, that went against the science, but just don't forget about it. Go back to your life. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't see that playing out like this in this particular scenario. So to be successful, you have to have a unified front. And if you don't have a unified front and you have to stop halfway and then go back, who knows what is going to come of that. But I would be prepared for anything, because at this point, they don't even have 50% of the media. I mean, they don't even probably have 20% of the media. The media is turning at a rapid pace. I mean, I could show you numerous other examples of this, but they are turning so quickly, it making my head spin. 50+% of the politicians not on the same page. Right? Corporations, you look at two of the most powerful individuals in the world, and it's other big CEOs too that I've mentioned in previous videos, but Elon Musk and Peter Thiel. Elon Musk coming out and just giving I mean, it blew my mind. That's why I did a video solely dedicated saying politicians are finished. When Elon Musk came out and said what he did during that Wall Street Journal interview, essentially just saying government's the problem of everything. They're way too big. They have a monopoly on violence. They're just destroying the economy. They don't need to print anything else. You know, they're just slamming the government. Peter Thiel saying the decrepit political system is about to implode, and numerous other things. You can't have that. And think about how powerful these two individuals are. Think about what their companies do, right? I mean, think about what their companies do. And you can't implement something like this without a unified front. And so the retreat is starting and it is going to continue. But what I would say to that is, you know, be prepared for anything, because we've never seen anything like this. And the amount of anger and frustration, one little thing can send this thing snowballing. And I'm not saying like any type of, you know, violence or anything like that. I'm just saying that the momentum building is truly unprecedented. And here's from the weak themselves, right? So you can't just retreat halfway. You can't try it, fail, and then retreat and expect everything to be fine. Okay, go back to normal, just forget about it. You can't do that. So who knows how this plays out? But I wanted to put this video out. Things are changing very, very quickly. I will keep you up to date. Take care. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.